Hello everyone. Today's new chapter that is women's issues from Scapeghostism point of view. In general, we have a lot of women's issues, restrictions, punishment, biasness, and so many others. Yesterday, I read a part of heartbreaking news that is about this accident was happened in UP, India. A wife and daughter, they did not wear a burqa. Because of that, husband killed his wife and daughter. Burqa is a cloth that is always used by Muslim women. It has different kinds, and according to their system, their religion, they have to wear it. Such kind of cases we can read, we can find practically in daily life. For example, girls have been scapegoated since she is in the womb of mother. Parents, if they know the baby girl is inside the womb, they started to kill her. It is not applicable to every community, every people, though some of the community, some of the parents have such kind of attitude. When Communist Party was ruled in China, there was a one-child policy one time. At that time, they had a quota of one child. When parent knew baby is girl, then they abortion or kill the baby, because if that baby born and their quota of the baby is finished and they could not get any son, so to have a son, parents, particularly father, always try to do normally this kind of custom or the culture we have, that son is for legacy, son is for property and something else. That's why parents want to have it. After the birth of girl, her scapegoating process is continue. Then the son. In some communities again, particularly in South Asia, including Nepal and India, where we have a Hinduism culture, Hinduism system, religion. When girl is around 10 to 15 years, she has to marry with old man or anyone that is chosen by parent. When this decision is made, girl is not asked whether she is happy to be married with this bridegroom or not. sees anything is not asked. If the bridegroom or the husband is rich, then happily they give their lovely daughter to him. Mostly, this is one kind of belief that girl is born and a little bit grow. This is some kind like a property, like some animals. It is not only the current parents. This is supported by history, some uh, scripture of the books, holy text. It is also clearly written that girls are the property of father and the brothers. When that girl is just getting little uh, growth and her menstrual period comes, that is mostly at the beginning time, people take her to a lonely place alone. She has to live 4 days. She is not allowed to meet the parents or the family members. She is scared, she afraid, she anxieties, but no one care her problems. But only they keep their legacy or their system, and it makes some kind of mental also to that child, because she doesn't want to go to be a lonely place and stay away from the family, but they had to do. Sometimes when she married with the bridegroom and she doesn't take a dowry, and her bridegrooms and her family kill her. It such kind of news many times I read, and it is always happening to some countries. Particularly in India, we can listen, read some kind of news, killing and burning fire, and I'm not sure the other countries like the Middle East, Africa, and South America, but different kind of such kind of scapegoating steps are taken there. When she becomes widow or the husband is died, uh, during the I suppose during the sati system, the widow has to immolate herself just near the funeral pyre of her deceased husband. It is said that her volunteer sacrifice, but no one is willing to volunteer sacrifice to die born themselves. She had been forced by the society, uh, patriarchy society, where male is dominated to the female. Suppose she became a widow, and a widow is not allowed to wear fashionable clothes, not allowed to eat healthy foods, not allowed to participate at different functions, and her life is first became terrible after the death of the husband, and because she has to take burden of family, childs, uh, she alone has to take care of everything. She need some kind of help, some kind of solidarity from the society, but society is always discriminated and try to uh, torture, try to harass to her. Uh, when somebody meet her on the way, that man believe that that's bad luck. So widow is considered as a bad luck and bad thing, everything is bad. She is not allowed to do restriction. In contrast with the widower is allowed to do everything. After the death of a wife, he can allow to remarry immediately, and he can eat, wear anything. He can go anywhere, but widow is not allowed to remarry again. Some of the customary uh, when corpse are take to the funeral place, graveyard, and some women are not allowed to go together with corpse to the graveyard. Such kind of lot of uh, restrictions, lot of uh, punishment women are getting. One important part is the property. Parents' property are not allowed to take by the daughters. Only son is authorized, and son has to automatically take that parents' property, but daughter has to cross a lot of limitations, lot of rule and regulations. Uh, and another thing is the legacy of the family. Hard work or a pregnant, any kind of things. Born baby is taken by the wife. But when the come the legacy or the give the name, family names, it always by the man. There is no chances to choose by the wife or the children themselves. When the children, either the son or the girl born, uh, that has to automatically take by the fathers of the family name. And one thing is uh, the girls has to mostly go to the husband's house, and there is no equality. Husband never come to the wife's house. It means she is treated like animal and just sent to the somebody's house. She has no choice, and nothing is. All thing is decided by family members or the father or the brothers. It is not only here. This kind of system we can see in a court of Hammurabi and some the African nations, some the South American nations, even the developed countries, the Western countries had such kind of uh, behavior or discrimination or scapegoating, though the form is different. I read a news in the BBC World Service. A man is always doing sexual harassment to the staffs, but no one complained against him because they had a fear of termination, fear of some kind of cut off the facilities. This fear is the cause, and that the man always take the advantage. In the world, when we see the Western world, particularly either it is United States or the Russia or the China, still they did not have a head of state women's, because some kind of uh, patriarchy ghost is ruling to their mentality. Uh, Even the working place, many places, women are not recruited. Women are uh, not allowed, not given the equal the salaries and wages in many companies all over the world. Even they are working hard even they are doing the everything what they can do, but still they are considered underrated. Their salary is underrated. This situation is going on everywhere. uh, Even at home, when the husband and wife working together in the company or the office, but when they return to home and wife has to do all the work like cooking, cleaning, washing the clothes, taking the care of the babies, but husband is doing nothing. But all these kind of systems, all these kind of behaviors has a some kind of uh, discrimination, some kind of punishment. If they are restricted to doing some activities, that is one kind of confinement or quarantine. If somebody is taken to the prison without any crime, that is like a Kafkaesque, according to Francois Kafka. But Francois Kafka did not tell about the ghost, because any such kind of discrimination, biasness, boycottness, and control over the women's the property, equality right, behavior, that is one kind of punishment. Without doing any crime, if giving the punishment, that is exactly not the Kafkaesque, that is scapegoat. If we see from the philosophical and historical point of view, Aristotle and Plato firstly denied to give voting right to the women, because they think women cannot make a decision. Women are not eligible to take as an important part of the family. Later on, Jeremy Bentham has a file document in the British Parliament for the voting right of the women, but it was denied by the members of the parliament. It means the philosophers, parliament, government are also the means of scapegoat, because their action, their belief system is also making scapegoat to the woman. Feminist or feminism is right some kind of equality and freedom, but the small thing what I mentioned before, they did not mention it. And even today, when we see that somewhere, when we go to somewhere, we can still find it, either it is in the Western countries or the Eastern countries or the Middle East countries, still they have a patriarchy rules. They use that patriarchy rules to the women, and women also accepted it as a subalterns, because its domination is accepted. It is one kind of subalterns, and subaltern is also not issue this women's issue as a measure, but some part of women's issue is also included in subaltern studies, but it is not enough. Thank you very much for listening. Today is I just talk little about women's case, but this issues has to be elaborate, or it has to be taken into a different way. Maybe I'm trying my best. Thank you very much.